Hi, I am Kathy Magnuson from Wildwood Learning. Thanks for joining me here on my channel. I'm going to share with you today 5 strategies to access the learning brain. These are strategies I have used in the classroom, all the way from preschoolers on up to adult learners. And so you can take these strategies and use them in your classroom to help your students gain more focus and to access their learning brain and calm themselves down. So the first strategy that I'm going to share with you is a chime. And I have my chime right here. You can simply purchase these on Amazon or a lot of different places. And what you need to do is to teach your class or the students in your class that when you ring the chime, that they are to stop whatever they are doing, take 3 deep breaths, in through the nose, out through the nose, and just slow the things they're thinking down. This is great to use when you're transitioning from one activity to another, or maybe you need to get their attention and there's been a lot of loud noises and things have been getting noisier and noisier. You ring the bell, have them come to a stance where they're just standing, have them then take their deep breaths, and then you can transition on or give the next direction or move on. So this is great activity to just keep training your students or teaching your students that this is what happens when you ring the chime. Another activity to help students focus is called the 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. And this is tuning into your senses. So you ask students to find first 5 things that they can see. Maybe something you can go with sizes or colors, and tell them that this is for them just to see, not to say, but to see, so that they are just focusing on different things. And then I go to 4 different things that they can touch, that's just in their immediate area. After that, 3 different things that you can hear, and then 2 different things that you can smell or would like to smell, depending on where you're at, and then 1 thing that you would like to taste. You don't necessarily want your students going around tasting things. This helps them to just check in, use their senses, bring a focus in on both their body and also what's around in their immediate area. You can also stop at different times and have a student share what they see or what they hear, and just help them to pick up on those observations. Another one is called 5-finger breathing, and this is very simple. You're having them hold up their one hand, and then as they go up, you breathe in, and as they go down, you breathe out. You continue along through your whole hand until you're coming down here. It's easy to do, it's right there. It's important that the students do it slowly, that you do it together, so that they're breathing slowly, breathing in and out slowly. It also is something tactile because they're running their other finger along their hand. And so for a lot of students, that's also important. The STOP practice is the acronym STOP. It's stopping, taking a breath, observing what's going on inside you and what's going maybe on around you, and then proceeding on. So before a test, you can have your students stop, take a breath, observe what's going on in their body, and you can even cue them in. You know, where are your shoulders? How's your face? Is it tight in your jaw? Loosen your jaw. So you can help them to run them through things that they can observe within in themselves, and then proceed on. So this is another good one to do when you're ready to take a test and you want them to focus. Helps them to cue in and take some, maybe their proceed on is to take a few more deep breaths, and that's okay before they sit down and take their test. And the last one that I'm going to share with you is called Focus on Your Strengths. I love to use strengths with students because it is the thing that brings out something positive within themselves that they can name. So having them look at maybe what's 2 things that are your strengths. The words over here in the word cloud are from the Strengths Finder, but you could pick out a number of different things about what is good about you. Sometimes it's not so easy for students to pick that out. So maybe you have them turn to the student to their left and say, what's 2 good things about that student to your left? And then they name 2 things about you that's good. So it's really having them look at what is the positives. What's the positives about yourself? And don't we need that? Don't we need more positive things that are being said about ourselves, either by ourselves up in our thoughts or by other people who surround us? So these are 5 easy strategies that you can use when you're in the classroom, all the way from preschoolers to adults. If you would, I will be making more videos, and if there's a certain topic that you would like to know more about as far as social emotional learning, resiliency, and tapping into those strengths that you have, please put it in the comments below. Also, make sure that you hit the subscribe button down here, the big red one right down there, and the bell that's next to it, so that you're notified each time that I put a new video up. So I hope you can use these 5 strategies in your classroom, and when you do, I hope that they spark some joy in you and the students that you teach.